Was today a normal bye week practice? Or?
Yeah, what we wanted to do here early in the week was to get a lot of work with our young guys, get them back going and doing what we do.
Yeah.
And now as we move forward, we'll start to work on the things that we need to improve on fundamentally, the areas that we need to correct, and then start to get a little bit of a jump start on our upcoming opponent. But most importantly, our focus right now is on us and improvement.
Same plan as previous year bye weeks, or have you tweaked anything?
Yeah, a little different just because of how late the bye week prep is. Probably similar to what we would do early in a bowl game.
Yeah.
You know, for our early practices of bowl prep, from a standpoint of getting back going, managing some guys a little bit that have played a lot of reps for us. And then, really taking a hard look at what we're doing well. What areas are we not doing things well, fundamentally, technically, schematically, making those improvements right now. When we typically on a game week, you don't have that kind of time to rep those things and rep them with some different looks. And then, like I said, get ready for our upcoming opponent.
You guys haven't won coming off a bye week, but is that a function of who you've played, or what do you think?
I have no idea. I didn't know that. I mean, I don't know.
Last year was that Illinois game where you had a big lead. So, I mean, you came out well, but then...
Yeah, I mean, every game's a little bit different. I'm not sure where, as I look back, I'm not sure if there was anything I would do differently in any of those games. I'd just find a way to win. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're undefeated in our opener, and we don't do anything different in those games that we do in the other ones, so I'm not quite sure if we would do anything differently.
Pat, Tyler Scott last year said he came close a lot on a lot of sacks.
Yeah.
Anything you're seeing this year that's allowed him to get over the hump and finish those plays a little bit better?
Yeah, he's still close on a lot of other ones too. I mean, there's no question that he's got a few left on the field. But again, when you're playing mobile quarterbacks, that's going to happen a little bit. And I think he's had a wonderful start to the season from a standpoint that I'm not sure there's anybody that is tougher in the conference. I think he works his butt off. I mean, he's a physical guy. He works diligently in the film room. He's a terrific leader, and he's as low maintenance of a guy as there is in the country too. I mean, he just works. He doesn't know anything else to do besides work. He doesn't want a sticker on his helmet. He doesn't want a special T-shirt. He doesn't want a steak dinner. He just wants to work and play, and he's a joy and a treat to coach. And a year ago, like I said, I think I said it either during the week or after the game, that the Iowa week was a really tough week for him and his family a year ago. So to kind of get through that, and obviously he played really well on Saturday. I'm really happy for him.
Was that just because of injury? Or
yeah, he had injury, and then he had a family member pass away, and he had to go back home for that last year. So it was a really tough week for the family. And again, I'm very happy for him, because a lot of times you look at guys and you go, if he just worked a little harder and he had his work ethic match his talent, he'd be a great player. Well, Tyler's that guy that does that. He's got outstanding talent, and he matches it with terrific attitude and terrific work ethic. And our guys follow his lead. This isn't a new thing. This is something he's done since he's walked into our program.
Are there a lot of guys on your team who you'd say that about, who totally max out their talent, or is that tough to do?
Yeah, I would say they max out everything they have because of their attitude and their work ethic. But that's a credit to the way they've been raised. I mean, that's kind of the little secret, the method to our madness here, and what we're trying to do from a standpoint of who we're recruiting. It's no secret we want to recruit captains. It's no secret we want to recruit winners. It's no secret we want to work guys. When I talk to a head high school coach, when our assistant coaches do initially, especially, they want to know about how hard he works. There's a direct correlation between kids that work hard in high school and kids that are going to work hard in college. And Tyler's one of those great examples. But I would say yes, there's a lot of guys that they're that way. Kane's just sitting down right here. I mean, he does it in all aspects of what he's doing. It's just not on the field, and that's why it's such a joy to work with these kind of guys.
Speaking of Kane, putting him back behind center, it seemed like your offense really got into a rhythm, and expect to see a lot more of that going forward.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're going to try to take what the defense gives us and match, what our players do well, and put them in formations and plays to go in. But he's been playing at a really high level all year long, and I'm really thrilled with what he's doing right now. So hopefully we'll just continue to do that.
Playing in a place like Michigan is, as you know, a tough place to play. How does having an extra week to prepare help or make any difference at all?
Well, I just think we need this right now from a standpoint of getting healthy. We've got some guys that, going through the grind 9 weeks into the season, need a little bit of time. early in the year, I would have said, wow, bye week at 10. I wasn't really excited about it. But now, as it's fallen and the way the season's progressed, I'm really glad we need it right now.
Are we going to see Van Hoos and Quinn out there, do you think?
Tomorrow or at Michigan?
Michigan, I'd be most interested.
I think as we progress, I'll probably give you some updates, but I feel encouraged by the way that things are progressing for both those guys.
Both those guys, that's good. And Arnfeld, he had a little something, but then he came back in the Iowa game.
He practiced full today, excuse me.
Terrific. Bo Sizek, I don't know if you saw the photo after the win. He was sort of directing the band, holding some sort of lightsaber.
Yeah.
Got a lot of play.
Yeah, I got it on my Facebook page. Yeah.
So you're really.
Yeah.
What was your thought on that photo?
It's Halloween week. Yeah, so one of the kids in the stands, I saw it before the game when I was giving out the donuts, had a lightsaber. So he got it. Well, number one, I think that's what college football is all about. If you're not having fun, why are you doing it? I mean, especially after you win a big game.
Yeah.
You know, I've gotten some notes from some people that say, you know, Coach, it would be great all the time if the guys acted like they've been there before. And I would say this to those folks that, you know, games change a little bit, and times change a little bit. We're not trying to show up our opponent. I mean, we obviously got great respect for everybody we play, but the kid gave Bo a lightsaber. I think it's pretty cool, especially as a Star Wars fan.
Did you dress up for Halloween yourself?
No, no.
No. So as a football coach?
No, I went as a dad. This is the first Halloween I've ever been with my kids because of the bye week. So it was actually kind of cool. Jack was a football player. It's his first year playing football. Ryan was Captain America, and B-Man was Darth Maul. So they had a good time. We had a fun time in Northfield, and it was great. It was cute.
When people look at the field, they see Sizek, and they kind of think, first they say, like, who is that guy? And then is he sort of like the everyman on your team?
Well, I'll go back to a couple of years ago when he won the job as being our personal protector. We had to put him into an eligible jersey, and Steph had just graduated. And to me, you know, the only number one that matters is the team. And so, with that being said, you know, as I kind of took things over, I thought that we were going to kind of start a new tradition and putting a guy that embodies everything that our program stands for, from an attitude and from a work ethic standpoint, in jersey number one. And we did that with Bo, and you know, now obviously we got to analyze that in the off season and what we're going to do. But you know, a lot of times I think the jersey number one goes to the guy that's got the flash and the panaz, and we look at it more of the guy that is the number one guy as far as attitude and investment in our program, and that's Bo without a doubt. He comes every day with a terrific attitude, great enthusiasm. Guy that walked on from Notre Dame, and you know, he's had a role. He's embraced that role, and he brings it every day. And to me, I think that's especially for a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys in our program that, you know, they want to have something to do to help the team. He's embraced that role and been great at it.
During training camp, you talked about the running back position.
Yeah.
You might need to do it by committee. You weren't sure if you had that bell cow. Is it kind of gratifying for you as a coach when a guy like Benrick sort of not proves you wrong, but makes you bite your tongue a little?
Yeah, you know, I don't know as much as proves me wrong, but I think more has emerged. You know, I mean, we anticipated and hoped that, you know, one of the guys in the group would kind of step forward and to see the way that he has and the consistency that Mike has played with. You know, it's unfortunate that Trey got a little banged up preseason camp because he was playing really well also. You know, I like where that group is going, and then Tyrus is taking on a really good role, and, you know, obviously like on Saturday with a great block punt. I mean, that whole group is, I think, playing very well right now.
What is that step for him, for Benrick, to take it to that next level? What happened? What was the evolution?
Well, I think number one, just being in a position that maybe he's a little bit more comfortable with. I think number two, he is obviously natural at it. And then he's just taking advantage of the opportunities. You know, he's had opportunities, and he's just run with it. So, you know, sorry for the play on words, but you know, I mean, he's done a terrific job.
Just how valuable has this progression been from week to week for this offense?
Well, I mean, we found a way to win 7 times. I mean, so I think that speaks for itself. I think we've run the ball pretty efficiently, and I think obviously he's been kind of the mainstay there. But I think even more so, that whole room, the group, has really done a terrific job of working with each other, working for each other. They all want the ball. There's only one, and those guys have had a really positive attitude with it.